I love you, YouTube. You guys are great. You're doing a great. Hey, you're doing fantastic this year. Keep it up. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. If you are returning to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm glad you found the channel. Today, we're going to talk just quickly and briefly. Hopefully, I'm not going to be long-winded in this video about ports, chunk ports, comps, like real comps, inline ports, whatever. It's going to be bro science. It's not going to be super scientific or technical. It's just something based from my experience testing different slides, or I guess configuration, if you would, on my P320. Yes, one of those that's still running just fine, has not blown up on me. Here, still going. It's clear, we're good. All right, let's go. Anyways, what I wanted to discuss is if we are really getting anything for the money we're paying. And this is not targeted against any specific company. I'm just going to use the example of what I have and what I'm getting in return for the amount of coins I've spent on this product, right? So on this table, we have, hopefully it's focusing on this, but it's going to be the arc division reactor. Okay, that's number one, our first slide. The second slide is a Brownell slide with ballistic advantage barrel. This is a full-size slide, pretty much a direct competitor to this, just for reference. And by the way, this arc slide comes with the barrel. Okay, it's a combo type deal here. So you get the slide and the barrel. This, you can get it separately. So you get the slide separately, and then you can buy whatever barrel you want. It will go in there. As a matter of fact, this barrel works on the arc slide, but we'll get to that shortly. And then here I have 3.9-inch compact slide from Brownells and a comp from Harrington Arms. Right there, it's the dual port with this kind of cut in here. Forgetting what they call it, but there's one that's like flat, and then there's this one that's slanted here. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because if I'm going just based on price, this is of course the most expensive slide out of the three here. And for, I believe, what could be good reasons, in terms of design, this thing is a looker, okay? Looks good, gets a lot of compliments, attention, whatever it is, right? It's a very nice looking slide. And the reason why I went with this is because this was my first go around with a P320. I wanted to get something that was ready to go. Just slide, barrel, combo, let's go, right? So it was a no-brainer at the time. And I don't regret grabbing this at all. And I like the concept of kind of like the chunk port up front already integrated and all that. It's pretty cool. Nice finish. I love this thing. I wanted to Cerakote it, but then when I looked at just how like this black finish is on this thing, it's spotless. And I have yet to like mar it or anything. And mind you, I shoot this thing a lot. The Brownell slide, they were running some kind of deals or sale or whatever. I picked it up for about, did I talk about the price on this one? Okay, anyways. Okay, I think, yeah, let's do that. Just looking at slide, barrel combo, and the slide completion kit from SIG. This thing is almost 700, if not, it's just a little over 770 coins as it sits, right? This Brownell slide was on sale for 70 coins when I picked it up, and then a few days later, it even dropped to like 50. All right, this slide right here. Of course, it's not optic ready, right? And then the barrel, I think I got it also on the deal for like 100 and some coins, right? The total to complete this minus the, recoil system here was 280 coins. As you see it right there. No chunk ports, no optic ready cuts, right? So just to make it fair here in comparison to the ARC, if I were to go, I don't know how much Brownells was charging for the optic ready ones, but to get this thing cut right now, I think I will probably end up paying like 150 coins. So because of that, let's just pretend that this whole thing optic cut will be 430 coins. This right here. Compact slide, it was also 70 coins. The barrel also like in the 100 and 110 coins mark. The comp, I believe, was like 65 coins. So the whole thing, just as it is, minus the recoil system, 345 coins. You factor in the optic cut that I will have to get done on here, that's another 150 coins. So let's say this whole thing is about 495 coins. Now, with that said, here's what I want to discuss. This may not be applicable for all platforms. I'm only using my SIG right now because I used to have a 509, a Compt 509. I've already done the comparison on that, so it's whatever. But if you are running a P320 or have something that's kind of similar where you can have options between, chunk port, and I know like a lot of manufacturers are making a lot of these. And I will be honest with you. I've tested all three just this past Sunday. And I will say, actually, to keep the test fair, what I did was, because I don't have any sighting system on these two slides, what I ended up doing is, as I was shooting all three slides, just moved the barrel, the non-ported barrel, over to the ARC slide and shot it like that, just for a comparison test, right? Now, if the goal is looks, there's no question. The ARC slide is your go-to, okay? This thing is a beaut, all right? No arguments there. Looks good. If the goal is to compensate, okay? If you have to compensate for something, go with this. Just stop everything you're doing. Go with this. This thing is insane. Now, I hate having to do this, but I had a Parker Mountain machine comp on my 509, but it was a single port. I don't know how the double port felt, but like this thing right here, yo, this thing is insane. Insane. I don't think I've ever, out of all my guns, okay, just to start with, my P320 is the softest shooting gun I have. You just remove that, okay? The fact that it's already soft shooting. And then you add this thing to it, yo, it felt like I was shooting a 22. As a matter of fact, on the first shot, so here's the test that I was running. I loaded my mag with 8 rounds. I wanted to shoot bill drills and, kind of like slow-mo, which I will insert at some point here, if not already. and my goal was to shoot 8 rounds. So the first one was to allow me to just, was not going to count, just to allow me to get my grip set. And then the 8th round was just to allow the 7th round, which is really my 6th in that drill, in the mag, and not lock back on that last round, because you get a different recoil impulse when the slide locks back. So I didn't want to shoot just a barrel drill with 6 rounds. I wanted one before I start the drill to set my grip, one after I'm done with the drill to keep the gun from locking back and changing the felt recoil, or even the recoil that you see on the video. So I started with this. All right, the arc, as you can see right there. When I was done, I just moved this barrel over because, at least I have a sighting system here. And the only difference was chunk port and no chunk port, right? I will tell you the difference between shooting this chunk ported barrel, I guess, to this arc chunk port. I'll have to give it a Tom Brady score, man. It's got to be somewhere around like 12%. I honestly, for the money, and remember, between the two, okay, this is 770 coins. This setup here is 430 coins. And the difference in recoil, just felt in my hands and even seen on camera, I'll be surprised if it's even like close to 15%. It's got to be 12, not to say 10%. Is it worth the upgrade? I mean, I feel like at this point, you're probably paying for the looks over the performance. That's just my opinion. Now, the jump from the arc slide to this Brownell slide and comp from Harrington Arms combination here, from this to that, this thing gotta be at like 40-something%, if not 50. It was so surprising that following kind of like what I was doing, right, with the 8-round test, first one to set my grip, the 8th one to just allow the gun to not lock back on my 6th real shot in that barrel drill, which is kind of like the 7th one in the whole scheme of things. Man, it was so good. I messed up my count. I shot the first round. And I couldn't believe what I felt. I just shot the first one and I started to laugh. I couldn't keep going. I could not keep going. So I had to load one more round and then go through the barrel drill, as you can see on this video. It's unbelievable. Unreal. But then I get it. This thing has baffles. Like I think that's the difference. And why am I bringing this up is because this is becoming very popular. And I hate to say it, but you might be paying extra for not a lot of performance. If you need to compensate, just get a compensator, okay? You can mess with these things. And honestly, if it was up to me, it's just because I don't want to mess this barrel up. But I'm thinking on this here, I won't even think about doing a chunk port. This here might get a 4 or 5 inline ports in here. I think I will probably get better results out of 4 or 5 ports inline on this barrel than the chunk port. Because really all this is doing is it's just letting gas escape towards the end of the muzzle. I don't think that it's redirecting gas as well as a comp would when gas escapes out of these, holes here, or hits those baffles right there and then redirects it upward. It's I wish you could feel what I felt, man. Honestly, I wish that could be felt through the video, but it was insane. All right. So if it was up to me, for the money, you get a lot more performance out of this than this. All right. This is mainly looks and, marketing, of course. You compare what ARC is doing on social media versus Brownells or, any other company. I'm just saying. There are a lot of these out there now for Glocks, and Zafir Precision got into the same thing, and now you have like Smith & Wesson doing the same thing, Canik doing the same thing. Who else is doing? Springfield doing the same thing. Guys, it's all marketing. I don't think you are squeezing all the juice out of your handgun getting one of these. It's nice, but again, if compensating is the goal, get a compensator. That's all I'm saying. But if you into looks and you would like to just be able to get, just something, hey, go for these. Go for these. Like I have video, you can see gas escape from here. But from my experience, if gas has to escape, not to be redirected by compensator, but just escape, I'd rather have it leave here. From here, just let them out. Pop. And then send the bullet out. It will be a lot softer, in my opinion. Now, I'm not, again, I said in the beginning, this is bro science, so we're not even talking about, muzzle velocity and, how much you're losing and all that stuff. I don't have the equipment to measure all of that. And honestly, I can care less, because in my scenario, I don't carry this. I just shoot this gun at the range or in matches, and then that's pretty much it. Right? But in your case, if you carry something like this, you may want to consider that and maybe do your own testing, just like I've done mine, and I'm sharing my opinion. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of great ideas to share, in the comment section. I would love to see some of your testing and, share with the word. Let us know what you're finding out, and we'll go from there. Oh, and one last thing. I don't know if this optic is, I don't know if the battery is just weak on this, but the shake awake has been a little shaky lately. And this is a Sally Wolf X Pro, which I really, really like. But like right now, okay, it's on right now, but if I give it a tap, okay, so now you're gonna behave just because we're on camera, huh? Okay, cool. All right, whatever. Anyways, I'm done. I hope this helped somebody save some coins, or at least have some kind of direction in what they're gonna be doing next. And that's it. If you've had to play with some of these things, let me know your thoughts, your experience, and let's talk about it in the comment section, because YouTube doesn't want you to be engaged in this thing. And speaking of which, my channel has been, struggling. I think the algorithm is doing a great job this year. So if you happen to be watching this thing, your support now is more important than ever. So sharing, subscribing, commenting, liking this video will help. And again, I think I've said that in one of my good YouTube buddy video as a comment. I'm not chasing views or like subscribers count. It's the interaction that counts the most for me. Being able to bounce ideas, like that's what really got me going with this whole, GunTube thing. The back and forth, like my Walters videos, my Springfield videos, like having like 200 comments, just people going back and forth, like having videos where people are still having conversations months later. Those things were fun. And now I'll be lucky, even like with this video, I'll be lucky if it gets 10 comments. And the reason being, YouTube is not allowing eyeballs to land on this video. Reducing the engagement. It's not about the views. I want to be able to engage, but in order for someone to even be able to leave a comment or a like, they have to be a bit aware of the video. And in order for them to be aware of the video, it has to be presented. It has to be in front of them, either through suggestions or if they're subscribed. But even through subscriptions now, they figured out a way to still keep the videos away from people's eyeballs. So if you're watching this and this was interesting in any way, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything. If anything, just your time. And honestly, I probably spent more time putting this video together than you spent watching this. Let's just be honest. All right. So yeah, I appreciate your time. I don't take it for granted. And I hope that you found the information shared here valuable. And and I appreciate your subscription to this channel, your likes and comments, and your participation in this conversation. This is not the gospel. This is just me chopping it up with some guys on the interweb. All right. And again, back to my point about engagement, like it's not about the views, but it's engagement. If I'm making this video to only engage or have 5 people respond or 10 people respond, if that's the goal, I can just go to the ranch. I'll talk to people there at the ranch. I can get the same amount of reach. It does not make sense to be on this platform and all I get is like 10 people to talk to. If that's it, I can just do it at the ranch and stop making these videos. Honestly. All right. I'm trying to take this conversation outside of the ranch. Okay. Get to meet other people. I got to be on Hoodlums podcast. I don't think we would ever get to talk if it wasn't for a platform like this and be on this podcast. And now we're even talking about meeting, maybe this summer to go shoot together. You don't get that if the content is suppressed. Anyways, and of course, if you guys don't engage, our message is to get out there. So if you care, you know what to do. If you don't, that's totally fine. Like I said, I can go find those 10 people in my local range and just, keep whoever is already in my circle. Like we're on Instagram and all that stuff. We can exchange phone numbers and then just chat and maybe, I don't know, put together some range day type thing and then go from there. And YouTube can go do what? You know what? I'm gonna keep it PG-13. I love you, YouTube. You guys are great. You're doing you're doing fantastic this year. Keep it up.